Hey everybody, Vilisink back again with Raid Shadow Legends, and as you've seen earlier in the previous video, I got some pretty insane summons. If you've never seen it, spoiler, I'll show you now. Now, I got a legendary and his name is Warlord, so for myself to pull this champion, sitting on the couch, expecting to get Arbalester, Ragemonger, Harrier, Ox or Berserker, whatever his name is, just some random void. I did not expect Warlord whatsoever. He will be worked on during CVC. But there is one champion I truly believe we deserve to talk about. And I wanted to take a few minutes just to talk about him. Because he looks kind of nasty. Raid have kind of went down a very like Hellraiser, Tremor type of messed up route with this one. And it's Duhr the Hungerer, because when it comes to Demonspawn, he's pretty much the only reviver. I think he is the only reviver, so when it comes to my faction wars, he can be a massive asset. And I believe he can be a massive asset to everybody else also. So, with that being said, I mean, he is a scary looking dude. If you've seen him, you would cross the street. He's got some dudes, whether that's just cases or if it's actual people, and this dude is like 30 foot tall, we don't know. But it looks kind of horrible. But he's going to be invaluable for faction wars, which, if I use along with Magnar, I can use Diabolist, I can use Achak, I can build a Padma, Nizana, I have Akoth the Seared, who is actually pretty cool in a stun set. Burns you while he stuns you. That's pretty awesome. I'm going to take a look at his kit because it's really quite cool. So, his A1 is single target, 40% chance when you book it to stun somebody for a turn. Stun on the A1. I mean, there's no cooldown, it's just constant stuns. I like that. I'm a big fan of the stun debuff. I always have been. I think for faction wars, if you don't have any type of CC, you're in major trouble. So along with a CC champion, if his other moves are on cooldown, extra stuns are just going to be fantastic. So Cannibal Litany, what a name, places a 30% reflect damage buff on all allies for 2 turns. Well, that is a really strong ability. Reflecting 30% of the damage just nuts, helps us kill everybody even faster. Also puts a continuous heal buff on all allies for a turn, a 15% one. So we're getting healed regardless, but we are reflecting some of the damage back to the enemies, which will help us take the waves down, along with who else we're taking in. Then he heals all allies by 15% of their max HP. So if you take in like Akoth, I think it's like 60k HP. We have Magnar at like 30-40k HP. They're getting about like an 8th of their HP, a 6th or an 8th of their HP back in a heal. So this is quite nice. To reflect the damage while we heal, to make us even stronger, to give us more sustainability. I think it's a beautiful combination. We have Hungry for More, revives 2 random allies with 50% HP and fills their turn meters by 50%. Go to a 4 turn cooldown. You get the books into this, that's going to be nice. I would assume you'd make this guy really tanky. You could make him really fast, it depends on your team. But the more you can cycle this, the more you can get back to this to make sure the revive is there if you need it. He is going to be absolutely invaluable. And along with Gala, along with now Ghostborn, along with Warlord, so many new champions, and Duhr the Hungerer. I have a lot to work on in faction wars wise. This account just kind of went up a little level. His aura, he will increase ally defense and faction crypts by 30%. 30%, quite nice, pretty strong. If it was HP, it would be better because some bosses will ignore, I think not all of them do, I think half of them ignore your defense. So if it was HP, be stronger, but the extra defense against the waves and whatnot, it ain't going to go amiss. It can be used. Obviously I have no masters on him, but when I look at his full stats, I think he's just going to be a really cool champion. I think loads of people, pardon me, so Reaper Sauce, I think loads of people seen him in the fusion, they potentially kept him, or they went for the legendary. If they kept him, they have kept a pivotal part of this faction. The revival means you can just change up your team. You can build people expecting, if they fall down, you can take them back up. You can relax with certain starts. You can go with different champions. You can not be as concerned with an attack chest compared to a HP chest. We'll quickly go over just his base stats, and I think that's pretty much all that needs to be said about him. I think he is truly going to be very, very, very good. I think a lot of people are going to see a huge amount of value out of this champion, just a massive amount of value. So his base HP is 17,505, which is also quite nice for a support champion. On the higher side, attack is 1,068, defense is 1,068, so mirror image, both strong kind of bases to work from. I've always said it and will continue to. Anything over 1,000 is nice when you want to put on a 50% HP chest or a 50% attack chest or a 60% HP or attack chest defense. Whatever it is, boots, gloves. There's a nice solid base number to work from. Speed is 102, so he's pretty fast. For a reviver to offer such good support, this champion, I can probably get him to like 260, 280 because he's 102 speed. So glad to see that he wasn't really like 94, 95, but 102 was really on the better side. Crit rate, crit damage, I'm not hugely fussed at, but it's 15 and 50. There's 30 base resistance, which is quite nice. He will stun, we can give him accuracy for that, but the resistance as we progress later in Faction Wars, where most likely I'm going to build him for, that resistance is going to be so important. That's effect that's close to being a resistance gear set for me. So I can focus on accuracy, giving him more defense to survive, maybe putting on something with HP instead. It's just going to be so much fun, and his kit overall is really nice. He stuns on the A1, so he'll slow them down, reflect damage, continuous heal. So you're reflecting back damage to the enemy, while a continuous heal buff heals you. He also heals 50% of your max HP, along with reviving 2 allies, which, when it comes to this faction, I can look through all the champions, like Kaimar, Tyrant, Countess, Drexler, Candifon, Sisia. Vassal, I don't believe is a reviver. I could be wrong. Less damage, balances HP, so he's kind of like a Sinessa, but he looks really messed up. So no reviver there. Marty, no. Lord Cesar, no. Duchess, retracts that in A3. No revivers there. Allure, Excruciator, Akoth, Ernest. So Drake and Izana's more shield ally protection. Infernal Baroness is damage. As far as I'm aware, Tanix, I have actually seen her in 21 clear comps. A lot of people hate on her. I mean, I'm kind of 50-50. I want to believe that there's something there. You know, I just do. But I need to kind of see it in action first. Like Skimfrost, Achak, Hellgazer, so on and so forth, Gorlos, Magnar. Duhr is so far the only reviver for this team. So Diabolist, no. Tormentor, no. Demonspawn, no. Hellfang. Marquis, she is just a badass. My clan leader built her out. She's insane. Abyssal is your decreased attack. Hellborn Sprite. I think she does a lot of good damage as well. Hellfreak the same. So there's really no revivers in this team. There's damage, there's allied protection, there's like support, there's shielding, there's HP burn, there's equalization of HP levels, but Duhr the Hungerer. This dude is going to be a massive asset. Now if you kept him from the fusion, like a lot of people did, a lot of people did. A lot of people would have seen the fusion, seen how, because Plarium are putting out really good epics. And it's now a choice of, do you want really good epics for good epics, or do you want to level them up, get rid of them for one, like sometimes okay Lego? And the question is, most of the player base will keep the epic champions. So Duhr, for this account, I'm going to start working on him gradually along with everybody else. Book wise, I don't know. Epic, I'm unsure whether I think Gala can potentially almost be booked out. Same with Master Race, gonna have to kind of pace myself. But he is a massive asset. I think that he basically makes this faction potentially way easier because we can revive now. It changes teams, it changes who you would use, you can relax your damage, you have a reviver. So you now don't have to go that tanky, you can add, instead of HP defense gloves, you can go crit damage. And that's really cool. It kind of gives us limitless opportunities to do something different. So I think it's just going to be really, really cool. When I seen him come out with the 4th shard, so I pulled them earlier on camera, because I pulled Warlord off camera. Figured 4 Ancients. If I'm going to get lucky, you guys deserve to see it. But, you know, he is good. I believe he's an asset. I'm looking forward to working on him. So tell me guys if you've used him. I'd love to see comments down below. If you kept him from the fusion, did you make a few of them? Did you pull them from a shard? Did you go for the Lego? And if you have used him in Faction Wars or any other type of context in the game, how did you get on with him? Like, how was your build? All that information. It's really cool because it gives us something to talk about. You know, it helps the whole community if we can share information. So guys, quick video on Duhr. He's just going to be fantastic. Trust me, he's going to be. He makes the faction. He opens up so many doors for this faction now. So with that being said, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. Stay safe, keep on raiding till the very end, and I will see you in the next video.